we get afraid of walking 100% into God because we're too afraid to change. Lord, I need you to wrap your arms around me and tell me everything's gonna be alright. I love you. You love me. We're all, you stand with me. Agree with me. I love you. I need you to survive. Won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you and I need you to. Like I got a scar on my knee right here. Y'all probably can't see. No, I got a scar on my knee right here from when I was younger. When people think of a scar, they think of that, okay? They think of a wound and that's healed in a scar, or a mother's C-section from a cesarean, something like that. A scar is any type of trauma that you've had either to your physical body, to your heart, your mind, your spirit, whatever. That is a scar. There are people who are embarrassed of the scars that they have, and that embarrassment from that scar is preventing them from walking completely 100% into their gift. When you walk into a room, the entire room will shake. When you walk into a room with God's glory around you, the entire room will shake. I don't have to have a name tag on me, prophetess, that says anything except for a child of God. Raise your hand if you've got Facebook Messenger. Raise your hand if you've got Instagram. Raise your hand if you've got email, multiple email accounts some of us have. Raise your hand if you've got TikTok. All of these different communication platforms. I'm going to teach you about locking the door on the devil. You have to lock the door on Satan today. You have to cancel the subscription on other people's mess. But when you cancel that subscription, you have to stop opening up those emails that are reminding you about those subscriptions that you no longer have, okay? I canceled Netflix. When Netflix came out with that Cuties show, I never watched it because why would I want to? I've already been told that it's inappropriate for an adult to be watching this, so I never watched it. But I did cancel Netflix on the behalf of those children that were being exploited in that film. So if you still have Netflix, that may be if you want to get back to God, you may not have the money, or you get back to God by doing things of Him, by moving in a force that shows people that it's not okay to do what you want to do on this side. But anyway, once you cancel your subscription, I canceled my subscription to Netflix, right? And then I noticed that I was getting all these emails. Why would I continue to open up the emails from that? Oh, well, you know, we're going to knock your price down $5, $2, whatever. These are the temptation that they're sending to me to get me to open these emails on a subscription that has already been canceled by me. You have to apply that to your life as well. Last week, I told you all about canceling the subscription on other people's mess. Once you cancel that subscription on other people's mess, you have to stop opening the emails that are continuously reminding you of the mess that you canceled the subscriptions on. The greatest thing about people that you used to deal with is that you never have to speak to these people again. You never have to speak to these people again. Even if you have children, the term co-parenting can be such a toxic term, because even if you have children, if somebody was causing your heart posture chaos, that person is not suitable to be a part of your life. Whether you have to get a mediator or whether that person is just not fit at all, there is no excuse for you to allow a subscription to continue to hang open on somebody else's mess. It's the holidays. We're praying for people who were dependent on a stimulus check, and according to the data, people haven't been able to pay their rent since April or May. Now they're stating that there's not going to be a stimulus check included in the bill. I mean, let's face it, even if they did give us the $1,200, people that haven't paid their rent since April or May, they still wouldn't be able to catch up, but it would still do something, right? So this is what I want you to do today. If you're struggling due to the pandemic, if you're struggling right now due to a relationship, if you're struggling right now due to a breakup, if you're struggling right now due to how someone else is treating you, if you're struggling right now because those children are getting on your nerves at home all day like that, cancel the subscription. Cancel the subscription on other people's mess. Your children are bodies that you're watching temporarily. God has allowed you to invest into the land by providing with these children, but you're not responsible for their entertainment. So cancel your subscription on that. Put them on that virtual school and walk away. Cancel the subscription on that. I don't have it right now. Why would I continue to tell you that over and over and over again, that I don't have it? I don't have it right now. I don't have it right now. So why would I continue to allow you to get inside of my spirit? I don't have the patience or the heart posture right now to deal with that. I don't have the heart posture to accept the things the drug messaging me about. My heart posture does not have the capacity to handle other people's news or other people's tea. So I'm going to refuse to even open that. I'm going to refuse to even open emails and messages that are about tea. I don't care if it's about me. This is my rule. If you can't tell me what my color scheme is, or in my bathroom, you can't tell me the color scheme of my bathroom, what you have to say about me, it means nothing to me. You do not know me. What other people think about me is not my problem. If you do not know the color scheme of my bathroom, what you think about me does not mean anything to me. I wouldn't even say it's a dime. It doesn't mean anything to me. And before you be the messenger, even you have to take into consideration that if God intends for someone else's spirit to be interrupted by the enemy, God will ensure that that person is aware or is in sight of whatever the enemy is doing to try to attack a person. So never be the messenger either, because you then make yourself a accomplice to the enemy. So we're almost in the teenager days of 2020, and I want to go over manifestation for a minute. I always wanted to lead people, but I always wanted to stay back and ensure that the seekers, which are people who know that God is real, but they don't feel comfortable or they haven't been accepted by the people that wear their holiness on their sleeves. I don't wear my holiness on my sleeve, so I'm going to stay back and I'm going to be a representative for those people who know God, but they may not feel comfortable walking into God. But anyway, I never felt led to be in church or religious leadership. But I've tried a lot of different things. Anytime that I sit down and I speak about God and I speak about the glory of God, people, they flow in. They flow in like they just let the dam wide open and people just flow in. You want to tell God a joke? You try telling God what it is that you want to do. You try telling God what plans you have for 2021, and God will show you that He has the gift of laughter. Because it's not about what we want to do. Whenever I speak to people and it's about God, it's opening. Breakthroughs are happening. And that if things are not working out for you, God doesn't pick on us. Okay? So if things are not working out for you, God most likely did not call you to do that. Maybe you're defying God. You probably know that you're defying God. Maybe you're afraid to walk into what God wants you to do because you're too afraid to change. You're too afraid to be 100% beast mode. You are too afraid to change. You may not be able to go out and have drinks every ladies' night once you start standing before people and you become a representative for women of Christ. So if it's not working, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with you. It could be more so that you have ignored or you're downplaying something that God has truly called for you to do. Just for me, you came down because you love me. You came down because you love me. As human nature, I don't understand that. It doesn't matter what year we're going into. We always blame the previous year, and then we say that the next year is going to be our year. I haven't noticed this pattern. I'm not sure why we haven't noticed this pattern. But anyway, 2020, 19, 18, 17, 16 have all been my years. They've all been my years. 2021 is not going to just be my year. 2021, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, all the way back to 91 was my year. Because God was creating me to be who he wanted me to be. And if I had not gone through these things, if God would not gifted me with these experiences, because my experiences are a gift. They're a gift. They're a gift. When I began teaching and I went into some of the roughest schools, and the kids, they like beat me up because I was so mild-mannered. I was a little bit uncultured. Not a little bit, a lot uncultured. Okay? My experiences prepared me from 2000s to 2020, the early 2020, my experiences prepared me for who I am now, for the boisterous, for the bold, for the strong, for the unable to be intimidated versions of me. If God would have never placed me in those experiences, my temperament before 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I would not be able to sit here before you boisterous as I am and speak to you and never be moved. I cannot be moved because of the experiences that God has placed into my life. I cannot be moved. I cannot be moved. It's a lot of y'all that are afraid of your enemies. You've been letting people tear you down in your family for your entire life. Because you are afraid to allow God to take you through that place. When you go through something, you get on Facebook and you blame your enemies and say, these people going to get what they got coming to them because... No. God sent that experience to you. God sent you that experience and it ain't got nothing to do with those people. Every time y'all go through something, you automatically assume that God is going to favor you and baby you in that situation, and it's not going to happen because God is grooming you. All of your life, every single day of your life, every single year of your life has been your year. Stop disrespecting God by saying that. I want us to stop disrespecting God by saying the next year, we'll try next year because God ain't doing enough for me this year. What? What he's done for me. When I think about Jesus and what he's done and how he set me free, I just dance all night. Y'all gonna be out dancing on New Year's Eve. But think 2021 gonna be your year. Don't get offended by this. When I look at you, I see pain. I don't know why I see pain when I look at you. I don't know why I see pain when I see your pictures on the timeline, but you're posting something that is not reflective of pain because you're deflecting from your pain. When I look at your statuses on Facebook, I see pain. When I look at your statuses on Facebook, I see pain. When I look at your pictures, I see pain. When I look at your Facebook pictures and your Facebook statuses, I see pain. I don't know who you're trying to impress. I don't know if you're trying to impress me. I don't know if you're trying to impress your timeline. I don't know if you're trying to impress somebody that you're romantically involved in. But at the end of the day, this is who you have to concern yourself with. Because when I look at your Facebook pictures, I see pain. Your smile cannot hide the pain that's showing through your physique. Your physique is showing me that something is not right and you're in pain and you need to handle what you're going through. I can tell, if nobody else can't tell, when you're going through something. Through your physique. And just imagine if you haven't eaten, you ain't been eating right. Because After me, okay, I'm gonna put y'all in my business. I was at the junior college. I didn't go there, but I used to work there and I had a good relationship repertoire with the people. So I used to go and hang out on the junior campus because I go to Arizona State. And the back of my mouth, y'all, look, the back of my mouth, like it felt like it was swollen back there, y'all. Not the top part of my tongue, but the very back part of my tongue. The whole time I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I would stay on Google, I would stay on WebMD. And just let me tell y'all, stay off of WebMD. It doesn't matter, whatever you think in your mind that you have, if you type it into WebMD, it's going to tell you that it's almost like it's sending transmitters. WebMD is sending transmitters from your brain to WebMD. As soon as you think you have something like, oh my God, I have 24 hours to live, WebMD is going to tell you, oh my God, yeah, you have 24 hours to live, so live your best life right now. I was living a lifestyle that I wanted to live versus the lifestyle that I was born and I was destined and created to live. Just this year, this was 2017, 18, 19, 20, 2 or 3 years later, I looked in the mirror, this was like 9 months ago, and I said, you know what? Those things are gone. The swelling that I had was gone, okay? And that's because this is stress. This is stress that I was allowing the world to put on me to the point where I physically got sick in my body. And God was trying to show me something. Because when you get sick or when you don't feel well, your appetite goes down. And so I had gotten so sick in my body to where I just started drinking smoothies because I said, you know what, I have a certain image in my head of how I want my physique to be. So I'm not going to lose any weight, stressed out or not. So I just started drinking smoothies to make sure that my body would stay, the physique that I wanted, even though I was going through something. I wanted to look like this. I didn't want to people to look at me and say, okay, well, she's going through something. God gets so engraved in your heart. If you try to walk out of your house without God in your heart, you're going to walk back and get God like you go back and you get that mask when those people tell you that you can't come in their store without a mask. Bless you. We got some things. There
were some people who watched you while you were in the hardest season of your life. And secretly, they were hoping you weren't going to make it. You were praying the wrong prayer. You wanted God to kill your enemies. God said, no, I can't kill your enemies. I'm keeping them alive. Why? He said, I prepare a table. In the presence of your enemies. Watch this, new birth. He never said your enemies were going to eat. He said, I prepared the table so your enemy can watch you. God is getting ready to do something.
So for us, for 2021, just like he had stuff in store for us for 2020, just like he had stuff in store for us in 2019, just like he had stuff in store for us in 2018, just like he had stuff in store for us for 2017.